Hi guys, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. We've got a fun one for you today. We've got this masonry grid type blog post page. Got a bunch of posts here. We've got this masonry grid type thing going on. And of course, if you click on one of these, it'll take you to that specific blog post. Let's go back. I've done a similar thing over here just with images. And of course, again, if you click on one, really easy to do. So let's get started. I got this page open here. Let's just delete what I've got going on and we'll start from scratch. So I've essentially got a new page here. By default, Divi puts in a section for us. Let's throw in a row. I'm going to put a single flex row in. Now for this particular one, I'll do it with some content, not just the image. So to keep it simple, I'm just going to use a blurb module. Well, let's just style this thing up a little bit. Scroll down to background. Always under content here. And let's just give it a dark grey background color or something like that. I'm going to take the opacity down a little bit, because I'm going to throw an image behind there as well in a moment. Our text, let's go over to design now. It's okay on the left, you can't really see it though. Let's make it light in color. Fantastic. And just want to pull it away from the sides a little bit because it's going to be mashed up against the sides there when I loop it in a minute. So title text, great new feature they've just added, toggle options. Let's add a bit of spacing to it. That was one of my biggest complaints about the blurb module. Now I've added space to a title text. If we go in there, we've got a spacing drop down. So let's give it perhaps 20 pixels on the left. That should pull that title in by 20 pixels. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing for the body text down below. Again, I'm going to add spacing. Color is absolutely fine. There's our spacing. And again, 20 pixels there. I'll make sure I've got the same on the right when this gets smaller. It looks like I want a little bit on the bottom as well. So let's add 20 pixels on the bottom. Perfect. Now that's all the styling I'm going to do. Okay, well, let's loop this thing. Still in the blurb module, I'm going to go back to content. I'm going to shut background up. Just under background, you'll find a loop. Another Divi 5 addition here. Let's loop this element. As you can see, it repeats it. Now by default, it repeats it 10 times. I'm going to have mine doing about 30, not quite sure how many posts I've got. Now you can include any of your categories here. I'm going to leave all of these open so it just pulls in all of them. You can include specific posts. You can exclude specific posts. And choose the way you want to order them. I'm going to leave most of that blank. Now, if you wanted to, you could choose pages, media, and projects as well. And if you've got WooCommerce installed, it'll also let you add products. Well, that's great, but A, it doesn't look very interesting, and they all say the same thing. Now that we've looped it and we've told it we want the posts, let's pull in the information that we want here. So we're already on the blurb. If we go back to the content, I'm going to hit text. For the title, well, I want the title of the actual post itself. Now, for anybody that doesn't know what's going on here, I'm going to show you. I'm sure everybody does, but there's somebody out there that probably doesn't. You have to have created some posts for this to work. If I click on my posts, as you can see, I've got several posts here, and they've got various categories. This is how we're selecting them. If I edit one, each of them features a featured image. So each post has got its own featured image and an excerpt, which is a little bit about it. Of course, it's got its own title as well. Now that's for anybody that didn't know what's happening in the next stage right now. So if we go back here, we're in the blurb module. We're under the text here, the title. I'm going to hit the little hamburger type icon or this type icon. I'm going to say loop post title. That's going to bring in the title for us of each of our posts there. I'm going to apply that. For the content, I'm going to do the same thing, a little hamburger icon. I'm going to loop the excerpt. as you can see, pop that in first too. For the image itself, make sure we apply this. Just under the text, we've got image and icon. Same thing. Grey thing where it says image there. I want to loop the featured image. Now it looks kind of better, but it's still pretty boring looking just like that. Let's apply that. So the great thing about this, rather than blog post module, is we can back up one. We're in the blurb at the moment and go into the column it's sitting in. Over in design and layout, I'm going to flip it from flex to grid. Down here, you can choose the number of columns you want to show. But we can also go over to content here. Remember, we're in the column and elements, and apply a structured template. So I'm going to hit that. I'm going to roll down to grid masonry right here. Let's just throw that one in, for instance. As you can see, it's sort of stretching everything out, filling out the gaps. Just to make it more interesting, I'm going to put the featured image in the background as well. So it doesn't matter which one of these you select or click on. If you edit one, it's going to edit them all. So I've back in our blurb, as you can see here, background always under content. Let's add a background image. Again, where it says background image there, I'm going to hit the little hamburger type icon. Featured image. We've got it at the back. Now you can't really read the writing very well there, so I'm going to merge it with our color we've got, which is the gray. So I'm going to roll down a little bit, background image blend, and hit multiply. That darkens it down with that gray. Now if you want to change that, you can just go into that gray and take the opacity up and down. I think that's actually going to work for me. Now it's going to change size on different screens here. For instance, don't really want 4 columns here on a tablet, squishing it up too much. So if we go back into the column where we had our little layout going on here, over to design and layout, here's the number of columns just on tablet. Let's take that down, maybe 3, that's fine. And on cell, yeah, it's too much really. Let's take it down to 2 or even 1 if you wanted to stack them. That's kind of nice because you've still got a couple little landscape there. Fantastic. Now the gap, it's not too bad. Wouldn't mind shrinking that down a little bit to do that. Again, we're in the column, we're in design, in the layout here. At the moment we got 30 and 30 pixel wise. Let's change that to 15 and 15 perhaps. Obviously adjust yours to taste. And we'll get rid of our preview here. Just to add a bit more interest, let's put a little background in here. In this section, the blue tab at the top, we know where background is under content. Let's add a little gradient. I'm going to flip mine from linear to circular. And my green, I'm just going to turn into a black. I think that makes them stand out fairly nicely. We'll save the changes now. If we've done everything correctly, be able to preview on the front end. And here we have it. Looking good. It's filling out everything nicely. Nice little thing. It doesn't look like I added the actual link. I'm sure you're ahead of me on this. Want to be able to click on those and go to the appropriate posts. Let's just click on any one of them, doesn't matter. Make sure that we're in the blurb. Under content, image and icon, you'll find a link. I'm going to link the whole module, so anywhere they click on it, whether it's text or image, will take them to that post. Again, I'm going to hit the little hamburger icon, loop link. I'm going to apply that. Fantastic. Now we'll resave. Now let's do a quick refresh. And now you see I got the little hand icon. When I click on one of these, it's going to take us to the appropriate post. Fantastic. And for the one with just the images that I did, I just used a little heading module and heading module did pretty much exactly the same thing. I can run you through it really quickly. I'm sure most people have figured it out there. Let's get rid of all our little blurb modules now. I'm going to use a little heading module. There it is. Not going to worry about the color too much at the moment, but I am going to loop this thing just like we did before. I'm going to leave everything blank so it pulls in all the posts. Again, I want about 30 of them. I think I've got about that many. Great, now it's looped. I'm going to roll back up. We're still in the actual heading module. I'm going to go to background just above it. And again, I'm going to pull in the loop of the featured image right there. Grey writing. Hit the little icon. So as you can see, we've got a featured image down there. Let's apply that. Got one without a featured image. That's that generic hello world. But I kind of want to make them a bit deeper, just a bit more interesting than that. And I really don't want to see the titles unless perhaps they hover over it. But that's entirely up to you. So let's go into our design. We're still in the heading module. Here's the heading text. Let's make it, probably an H4. I'm going to pop it in the middle. It's a bit more like it. Color-wise, well, let's keep it white. But I don't want to see it at all, so I'm going to bring the opacity down. Then perhaps when you hover over it, we can go up here, create a hover effect. Little screen type icon, left click, go to hover state. We can bring it back. We're just putting the opacity up. And they'll see that title on hover. Once you do a hover effect, really important, flip it back to desktop. Otherwise, everything you do down here edit-wise will only happen when they hover over it. That's okay, but it's really not that interesting. So I want to make these a lot deeper. So still in design, let's roll down to sizing here. And I'm looking for minimum height. There we have it right there. I'm going to make mine, well, let's try 20 viewable height, VH. That looks a bit more like it. More like a little collage going on there. And again, we can flip back one till we're in the column. Close up the sizing in the layout. Set the grid already. We've already got the 1515. Of course, you can go over to your content and elements and put a little different template in there if you want to. Play around with it, the number of columns. I like that one right there. But again, that's entirely up to you. Back over in design, we're in the column, grid. Again, you can take it down or up, depending on what you've got going on. That should be okay. I think that'll be okay too. Remember, we adjusted those before. So now if I save, we've got one with just the images. And just in case I didn't do it, let's just click back on one of these. We're in heading module. In the content, let's make sure I linked it. I didn't. Module link, so anywhere they click on it, loop link. It'll take them to that appropriate post. Great, but it doesn't look like my spacing's quite right there. It's looked like the default. So let's go back to the column, design and layout. Yeah, it's back to the 30 there. Let's put 15 in. I quite like that. Well, let's save this and see what we've got on the front end. We'll preview on the front. And here we have what looks like a little image collage. But of course, when we click on one of these, as you can see by the hand icon, it's going to take us to that particular post. Really nice and really easy to do. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget, if you have any questions, either about Divi 4 or Divi 5, pop them down below. I'll do my best to answer them for you, or make a little demo video just like this one. So once again, this has been Jamie with System 22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.